All right. It's been another one of them days. Yeah, I should probably fix that other thing so it runs on game mode instead of window mode. 1 second here before I get started. Okay. Anyway, we've been playing Jigsaw. Fun and terrible things. Going through all sorts of time travel shenanigans, which we still have a few to burn through, actually. I wonder if I have my notes anywhere nearby. Oh. Okay. Where we left off. Oh. Okay. So we did... I think we did Lady, because I think that's the suffragettes. Yeah. Crinoline. Yeah, that makes sense. So I think we have fields to check out. Fields of cabbages. Okay. Let's check out what we have. Turn on the clock. Set it to something. And press D3. The piece at D3 presses in smoothly, like a button, then releases. You're sucked up once again into the time vortex. As you slow down, you briefly make out Steven Spielberg's film E.T., and then everything begins to change. Chapter 14, Banburismus. Cabbage fields. A brightly overcast day of clouds and light rain, the cabbage crops luridly green in the broad loam fields. On the horizon, there's nothing but some grey trucks somewhere to the north. Near at hand, to east, is some sort of barn, guarded by rather bored soldiers in German army uniform. Well, tell me about these soldiers. They behave in every way as if you weren't there, and as if they were very bored. I'm still wearing that British Army uniform. Okay, I don't know if I want to try and go that way. Let's see what happens. Oh. Acting as if I weren't there, just like you said. Oh boy, inside the barn. For a barn, this is a solid building, with a tiled floor, spear-thick walls, and high, decently watertight roof. Benches are covered with paper, black and white maps, and boxes of electrical gear. An exceedingly tall wardrobe reaches up almost to the ceiling. Black, dressed in uniform, is sat at a bench in front of a weird typewriter. A slip of paper, bearing the Wehrmacht stamp, has fallen from Black's pockets. I'm going to take that slip. Your presence here seems somehow too insubstantial for that. Black is dressed in a cipher clerk's uniform and looks keen. Although Black seems slightly more substantial to you than everything else, there's still no sign of recognition. Was this the creased puzzle piece? I remembered one of them was, but they were all put together without me noticing what was which. Or rather, it was placed in place without me noticing that that was the one being placed. Check this here. Oh no. Computer slowness. Alright. Is this about a weird typewriter? It bears the legend Enigma, but you can see almost nothing of it because Black is so intently hunched over the keys. There are 3 odd wires, the kind used for joining 2 terminals together, thrown to one side. Can I take the wires? The wires are too insubstantial. Okay. Yeah, okay. D3 was the creased piece. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, so nothing exists. Hmm. Guess I can keep looking around. Oh, wardrobe, huh? Right. The wardrobe's very tall. There's nothing underneath or behind it as far as you can see. And your ghostly self seems too insubstantial with the door open. Okay, so I'm just don't exist. Can I walk through it? Too insubstantial to do that. Apparently. And they're telling me there's nothing under or behind it, so I don't know. Where are the exits? Great trucks, huh? You approach the gray trucks, almost bouncing on the springy lawn. It's a military convoy going nowhere in particular, but you're captivated by the curiously beautiful, but distant sound of the drivers sitting about under a tarpaulin tent, singing the Wacht am Rhein. And yet you drift backward again and have gone nowhere. Huh. You walk for some distance through the fields, but somehow never get anywhere. On the bright side, nor do your feet get bogged down in the mud as they logically ought. Okay, can I just look at the slip? Oh, good heck. In Black's handwriting. Settings 2-5 question mark? Let's see here. 2-5, huh? That third number is indecipherable where the paper's been torn. AGWC BT UJYR. At which point the tear cuts off the paper. Ah. Typewriter again, sorry. Okay, so I can't specifically see the wires. I can't specifically touch anything. But I have an idea of letter substitutions or something. Can I go? Can't go out. Back out west is the only way. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I can't even handle my own objects. That's nice. Presumably I have to figure this out, but I don't know how. I have no handle on this. There are maps in this room, but they don't exist. Tile. Benches with paper and boxes of electrical gear. No. I'm gonna look at Black's uniform. Okay, what's my you're a ghost. Oh. Okay. Wait, what? Can I climb it? That doesn't work. Search wardrobe. I think under or behind. There's a suggestion for up. Because it doesn't tell you what's on top. Ghostly self. Can't see it. Really? Just fly? Fly. Yeah, that's a wonderful puzzle to get. Amazingly, your ghost can fly. You swoop around the room in childish delight while Black doggedly works through some message below. Before you sink back to Earth, you swipe at the wheels marked 1 and 3 on top of the wardrobe. What wheels? How would I know about this? What are these shenanigans? I guess I should make a note of this. Let's see here. Okay. Wheels marked 1 and 3 in Roman numerals. Probably. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Let's see if the other one gives some explanation where I would have been able to discover this. Just 1 and 3. Which do you mean? One wheel or the other wheel? What? This is one of the 5 wheels in the Enigma set. It's 10 cogs in sequence bearing the numbers. I'd better write that down. Heck. Blank. The heck? Oh. So jump, which is also incomprehensible. You jump up on the spot, your ghostly self rising impossibly high. It's exhilarating but unrevealing. Except at the highest point you notice, still above you, 2 cogged wheels of some description on top of the wardrobe. Okay. So that is what is happening. 1 wheel, 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 11, 22, 4, 7. Okay, the other wheel. It's one of the 5 wheels. It's 10 cogs and 4, 16, 7, 21, 11, 22, 8, 17, 1, 3. And both of these should have 10 digits. Okay. Okay, so I've written down 10 digits for each. That is correct then. What? These are shenanigans, yo. All right, so let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Why is this? Well, that's weird. Information is now scrollable. That makes no sense. Second here. So if we fly here, your ghostly spirit rises up and away into the clouds, far, far across the fields, and then the ocean. Night and day pass, but still you fly, captivated. The mist gathers. Then, with a thump, you bang your head against something. Heck. The heck? Alright, so here. And now it's a house instead of cabbages. A large jigsaw piece, 6 inches on the side of the square, it bears a picture of a Victorian country house. Heck. Hold on, let me say. Save. Okay. 9. Easy to remember. Okay. Bacon. The piece of D3 presses in smoothly, like a button, then releases. You're sucked up once again into the time vortex. As you slow down, you briefly make out Stravinsky's ballet, The Rite of Spring, being broken up by riots in Paris. And everything begins to change. Hiding from Bletchley Park. Dusk, on an overcast day of clouds and light rain, in which the Victorian awfulness of Bletchley Park, country house, seems especially dismal. It is surrounded by crude wartime huts all over the grounds, the nearest somewhere to the north. You crouch in an old birdwatcher's hide by the lake, while disconcertingly alert military police patrol up and down. The hide extends a little east. Among some lead shot scattered over the mud is a spent cartridge. Shenanigans. Look, I'm take that cartridge. Examine it. Fire from a shotgun, perhaps. Lead shot doesn't exist. Okay. Let's see. Police. So they're not real. Next, the hide. They're not real either. It would be nice if things existed. If not yet learned how to make things exist. Okay, so the nearest huts are to the north. I read all this out loud, didn't I? It's one of those things that just passed through my... in the eyes, out the mouth, touch nothing in between. Go... well... Military police are patrolling. The hide does extend a little east. Let's check out that. Sheltered. The hide is, indeed, sheltered from the elements, about 2 meters on the side and unbroken, but for a slit window and the muddy climate of the west. An old flat cloth cap hangs on a nail. I'll take it. I'll wear it. Look through the window. South through the slit, you see a mallard gracefully skimming the water of the lake as it lands. Sketch the mallard. You sketch in a picture of the mallard. That is... bark. Just a very hidden mallard. Sure. Try going north. The MPs catch you at once, or as near as makes no difference. Exposed. 2 burly young men have you pinioned immobile. Oink. In the middle of the lawn, halfway between the hide and the hut. A third, who has a corporal's stripes, wants answers and wants them quickly. All right, you, tell me just who you are. White. White is my name. What? Where would I get either of those answers? I have no idea. I mean, I'm not going to look at hints yet, because I don't understand the hint yet. Shrug. Here's the corporal. You're too tightly held to do almost anything except talk. Okay. Tell the corporal who I am, it doesn't know. Corporal, look at me. Careless talk costs lives. See nothing special. Can't look at burly things. Tell you just what. Yeah, see, that's the weird part. It's like, where would I get that information? They just really don't. Okay, it's 1941. Yeah, you're not going to let me do that. Wow. Oh, I love that. Okay. A likely story. Now, come on, the truth. I'm a time traveler. A likely story. I'm black. Yeah, no way of knowing. Who let the officer decide that? You're escorted to the nearest hut and shoved inside. A guard is placed. Get some kip, you'll be needing it, advises the corporal, as he slams and locks the door. Hut 31. Hut 31. One of the impromptu huts disfiguring the grounds of Bletchley, this crudely heated asbestos and corrugated iron shelter, offers little comfort. It has no very obvious function. An intercept, a thin yellow strip of paper, is pinned up on the wall. A heavy-looking crate occupies one corner, with a War Office seal across the top and very stern instructions upon it. Intercept, huh? Oh no. One for you to practice on when it arrives. Remember the principle of Banburismus is penciled below and signed just Newman. Oink. Well, that's a thing I'm going to have to figure out, isn't it? Bark. Liu, Jad, Sived, Jub Stafford, Botox, Wataul Bli, Yik, Gibbon. Banburismus. Okay. Okay. Signed Newman. Oh, yeah. Fun stuff. Okay, so that's shenanigans. That's great. Danger! Do not open! Danger! Skull and crossbones. Someone is telling me that I need to. Oh boy. I thought we'd break the seal. Do it. Boldly and irrevocably breaking the seal. You open the War Office crate, revealing an Enigma machine and wheels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh no. Okay, so I guess we're doomed to get the wheel that we saw before. Right? Okay, with enormous effort, you managed to lift the machine up to a table, grabbing all those items. Okay, so if I look at the wheels, they're just like we saw them. Okay, wheel 3 was the other one. Correct, okay. The Enigma cipher machine looks a little like a laptop computer built with 1930s technology. There's a German standard typewriter, Quetzalcoatl, a quartz keyboard, yeah. A lever switch, an array of little lamps, one for each letter, in the same pattern above, a stecker board below, and a square red button. Behind the lamp board are 3 slots made to take special wheels. At present, the 3 wheel slots are empty. The lever is switched on in forward encryption position. That makes sense. All right. We look up how it works. Wikipedia saved me. Banburismus utilized a weakness in the indicator procedure, the encrypted message settings of Kriegsmarine Enigma traffic. Unlike the German Army and Air Force Enigma procedures, the Kriegsmarine used a Grundstellung provided by key lists, and so it was the same for all messages on a particular day, or pair of days. This meant that the 3-letter indicators were all enciphered with the same rotor settings, so that they were all in depth with each other. Normally, the indicators for 2 messages were never the same, but it could happen that, partway through a message, the rotor positions became the same as the starting position of the rotors for another message. The parts of the 2 messages that overlapped in this way were in depth. The principle behind Banburismus is relatively simple. It seems to be rather similar to the index of coincidence. If 2 sentences in English or German are written down one above the other, an account is made of how often a letter in one message is the same as a corresponding letter in another message, there'll be more matches than would occur if the sentences were random strings of letters. For a random sequence, the repeat rate for single letters is expected to be 1 in 26, around 3.8%, and for the German Navy messages, it was shown to be 1 in 17, 5.9%. If the 2 messages were in depth, then the matches occur just as they did in the plain text. However, if the messages were not in depth, then the 2 ciphertexts will compare as if they were random, giving a repeat rate of about 1 in 26. This allows an attacker to take 2 messages whose indicators differ only in the 3rd character, and slide them against each other, looking at the giveaway repeat pattern, that shows where they align in depth. Nah. Wow. Well, that's ridiculous. Okay. Incidentally, one of these walkthroughs says, before you go to the walkthrough below, think for a moment of Turing and Newman and the other Bletchley Park cryptographers. When they were stuck, they couldn't go through to a walkthrough. They didn't have information magically obtained by a ghost. And if they failed, worse things were at stake than merely failing to win an adventure game. So it's like, come on. Okay, so decibands. Love decibands. Screechmas. Screechmas was the part of the Banburismus procedure that could lead the identification of the right hand, fast wheel. The Banburist might have evidence from various message pairs, with only the third indicator letter differing, showing that X equals Q2, Q minus 2, X equals X minus 4, and B equals G plus 3. He or she, footnote says, Joan Clark worked as a Banburist, would search the deciband sheets for all distances with odds of better than 1 to 1, that is to say, with scores greater than or equal to plus 34. An attempt was then made to construct the end wheel alphabet by forming chains of end wheel letters out of these repeats. They could then construct a chain as follows. Oh, good heckin' heck. This is ridiculous. So terrible. Wow. I'm not going to sit here and bark this. Wheels of the Enigma? Oh, good heck. This article contains technical details about the rotors of the Enigma machine. Understanding the way the machine encrypts requires taking into account the current position of each rotor, the ring setting, and its internal wiring. Oh, fun. Oh, no. Why, sure is a thing. Ugh. Okay. What the heck is a sticker board? Fourth reel. Ugh. Oh no. Oh, this is terrible. Okay. Oh. Sticker board is a plug board. Oh no. Oh, good heck. Oh, that's a sticker board in a red. Looking at the pictures of this, it's like, oh, good heck. Turn off lever. I think I want to decrypt things. Okay, now I have the notes that I took down. There you go. Okay, a German Enigma operator would be given a plain text message to encrypt. After setting up his machine, he would type the message on the Enigma keyboard. For each letter pressed, one lamp lit, indicating a different letter, according to a pseudo-random substitution determined by the electrical pathways inside the machine. The letter indicated by the lamp would be recorded, typically by a second operator as the ciphertext letter. The action of pressing a key also moved one or more rotors, so that the next key press used a different electrical pathway, and thus a different substitution would occur even if the same plaintext letter went again. For each key press, there was a rotation of at least the right-hand rotor and less often the other two, resulting in different substitution alphabet being used for every letter in the message. This process continued until the message was completed. The ciphertext recorded by the second operator would then be transmitted, usually by radio in Morse code, to an operator of another Enigma machine. This operator would type in the ciphertext, and as long as all the settings of the deciphering machine were identical to those of the enciphering machine, for every key press, the reverse substitution would occur, and the plain text message would emerge. Okay. Heck. 3 slots made to take special wheels, huh? Oof. Okay, what else is going on? Crate. Kim crate. Okay, so who's this machine again? The wheel slots are empty. Now we know, apparently by wheels 1 and 3 not being in the machine, that tells me that the other wheels were the ones that go there. Oh. Oh. Maybe that's what settings means? Question mark? Let's try, let's see the slots. Okay, put, wheel 2 in Enigma. Put wheel 2, which is now at 23, into the Enigma machine. No! Wait, no! Oh, good heck. 23, 11, 14. I didn't even look at wheel 2. Okay, wheel 2. 23, 11, 14, 5, 7, 9, 1, 6, 2, 10. 3, 4, 16, 7, 21, 11, 22, 8, 17, 1, 3. Oh, I already knew that. Heck. 4, 25, 24, 23, 1, 5, 10, 15, 6, 8, 7. Take wheel 2 from Enigma. Okay, wheel 5, 6, 18, 5, 4, 21, 23, 14, 8, 17. Clank! All right. Okay. This doesn't tell me how to actually operate it. How to operate. Um. Punch the messages onto thin cards. A Banbury sheet. Oh no. Enigma rotor details. Wow. Wild. Wait, 10. I wonder if these are like real, the real Enigma wheels. That is to say, if these numbers happen to correlate with some reality. 1A. Do 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 do. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing at the moment. I need to practice on that. Oh, heck. The Stecker board is an array of wire terminals, one for each letter, arranged in a typewriter pattern. There are 10 Stecker wires, which may connect together pairs of terminals. You might try Stecker A to B to make such a connection, unstecker X to unplug the wire connected to X, or just unstecker to tear the lot out. Oh no! Why? X to E, F to G, Y to J, O to N, M to R, C to A, I to Z, L to S, U to V, B to D. I don't know if those are important. Okay, what other parts of the machine can I examine? Typewriter doesn't exist. Okay, we already saw the lever switch. Lamps. Red button. See nothing about the square red button. Okay. 3 slots for the wheels. Drill empty. Heck. Okay, I'm not gonna. Okay. I guess I probably could save before call this before breaking the Enigma machine. All right. Type something. You press L, but nothing happens as the Enigma machine lacks its full complement of wheels. Okay. Type L. Let's just put them all. Do I put them all just in general? What wheel 4. I know. What wheel 5 in Enigma? Type L. You press L. Current runs through the stacker board from L to S. L is currently stackered to S. Wheel 2 moves the letter 23 places back to V. Wheel 4 moves the letter 25 places back to W. Wheel 5 moves the letter 6 places back to Q. Lamp Q comes on. Wheel 2 rotates to show 11. Oh, good heck. Probably not Q. Yeah, because then it'd be Y. Type I. You press I. I to Z, because that's what it's currently connected to. Okay, so... All right, so we've seen some connections. We did. So let's unstacker. Okay, stacker A to G. With all the ones that we saw connected from before. Stacker W to C. Stacker V to T. Stacker U to J. Stacker Y to R. So having done that, if I do type L now, we didn't start everything over. How do I reset everything? Reset wheels? L. It goes back 14 places, 25, and 6. Oh. Like. This is weird. Okay, take wheel 2. Put wheel 2 in Enigma. Does it matter? Type L. So let me get U. Type I. S. W. U. J. K. This isn't working. But things will happen. Who knows if things will happen? Zukje. P. I don't think this is helping. Why? Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me that. For more dramatic effects, you might try type message. All right. So we'll type the whole rest of that. I have to use chord marks, or is it just too long? You type that into the Enigma machine, which works away, producing the that's totally a thing. Oh no. Okay, that's terrible, but it's also terrible, right? Hmm. Settings 2, 5, and question mark. So do you just mean 2, 5, and 4? Take wheels from Enigma. All. So let's say put wheel 2 in Enigma. Put wheel 5 in Enigma. Sorry. We'll use Roman numerals and then 4. Okay, so if we did it that way, it's like 2, 5, and question mark, which is 4. I don't know what we have to start it at, but let's try. Lujad, Sievt, Job Stafford, Durar, Botox, Mutawel, Pelagic, Dejebin. Thank you. Keeps trying to give me better hints. Okay, can just type intercept. I got Usuk Jipib Maxi, which is exactly the same. Okay. So does the wheels so even though I put the wheels in a different order, it doesn't matter. That's interesting. Well, that's really interesting. Okay, and then it keeps changing every time you push the bark. But it doesn't. Huh. So presumably we have to turn the dial to something. So it'd be 11, 14. Well, hold on. If we what does the stickering do again? Sorry, the plug board. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. So what the plug board does is it swaps those letters before processing. That's weird. Okay. Very strange. So that means if we had A to J, G, I don't think so. W and C. V and T. U and J. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y and R. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't think that helps me. But all right. Banburismus. Okay. So I don't know the Grundstellung we're looking for unless it's okay. So if the position of the wheel doesn't matter, then heck all the rest of that. Can I turn wheel 2 to 2? Yes. Can I turn wheel I don't know if the order matters, heck. Wheel 4 to 5? Type intercept? Yes, Bisma. 5, 7. Yeah, because they changed after we entered the things. Okay, that had a lot of interesting shenanigans. I like this series of double letters you get. Heck. Okay, turn wheel 2 to 2. Turn wheel 4 to 5. Turn wheel 5 is now at 6. Let's make it to 18. This wheel has no such setting. What? What? But that. Bark, bark, bark. Mebede qua blah blah beach. Pepe Hmm. I don't know if that's right either. It's like, yeah, I don't know if that's the right track. It just says settings 2, 5. Yeah. 2, 5. But does the order which wheel it is matter? Because they all have 2 and 5 on them. I mean, this wheel has no such setting. Why is that broken? That's weird. Hold on. I think a lot of these doubled letters. We're getting them in the same place with the other ones. The scroll back is too tiny. I need to change this. One second. No way to do that. Okay. I'll have to squint my eyes then. Okay, so once we started setting it to 2 and 5, we were getting SSBBKK, AAPPRR. VVWW LL? Yeah, okay. Let me get these back again and see if there's any way that would make those make sense. So the other ones were AAPPRR SSBB KK. No, that's messed up. I don't think those are all in the same place either. But because those things don't relate to each other in the same way as they did. Okay. Well, hold on. There was a identification of the wheels. I don't know if I've the time to figure out how this works in the world. Good heck. Oh, hold on. Okay, so let's go ahead and try switch. Okay, so let's type, here is a test message. Works your way producing that. Oh. Well, nope. I don't even. Yeah, this doesn't tell me. What's that even mean? Oh. Text message goes here. You don't really get, well, everything gets reset. Where did it start? 6? Hoo boy, hoo hickin' boy. Okay, we. Nope. I'll figure this out in a day. Yeah, we got that. Oh. Oh no. I had to do. Oh, good heck. Okay, so. Wow. Wait, what? It's got 5 of them. They're telling you there are 3 wires unplugged from the machine in the barn, and you only have 5 plugged in. So I need to find the last 2 combinations. What the heck? Also, pull lever. Spending through so much time. All right, wow. Heck. Oh, red button. Okay, so that's what we set it to start with, right? Or to before. 2, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. So I type, here's my test message. And 7 wheels. There's 6, 15, and 6. If I press the red button, that saves me from having to do that. Okay, all right. Okay. Well, let's explore the things, huh? Type intercept. Well, that's even going to be worse because we don't know. Oh, no. Oof. Type intercept. Mibidibidhaba. Okay. Calves. I think I've seen that one. Zokja. Jepitek. Urgan Vadri. Akrulia Bichelma. Kofen. With some... What does it reset to? 6 is the first one. 8. 17. Okay. So it's not like that, but it's not going to be. Because apparently... do you really do the rest by just... fixing the... Oh. 2 more connections to make. She has 2 modes. Okay. All right, so out of those, how many of those look like things that could be misses? Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Let me take that back to 21. Because I saw 21 doing a thing. Press red button. Turn wheel 5 to 21. Type intercept. Okay. Urgenv. Adriranaden. Yeah. So, urgent is probably a good start of a word. That means we need to connect. What are we actually connecting in this case? Oh, no, okay. 21 letters from V. Maybe. Yoink! You're right out the alphabet here. Jekyll. Stuvixes. I don't remember which direction this goes. Okay. 6. 2. Like if we needed to be T. It's 20. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Really don't. I guess I can do that too. Let's see here. Sticker board. Okay, so I need to sticker D, because that's the one in the place of URGENT. It's the first one that is wrong. Sticker D to A is taken. If you do it to B, touch red button. Type intercept. Virginie. Okay. Oh, the things that we currently have it set to are okay. Sticker D to E. Sure. Press red button. Type intercept. Oh, that breaks the E. Okay, don't want that to happen. Sticker D to F. Press red button, type intercept. Urgent African offensive imminent. Stocks are free in stocks. I think we're learning things. Okay, offensive imminent. So whatever that letter that's trying to become N there. Do. Okay, urgent African offensive imminent. That is a letter X. Okay, so let's see. We get the sticker X to. X to A. Well, no, A is taken. B. Offensive. No. Oh, because there is a B there. Oh, okay. Because it swaps the A and the B. Okay. So, or the X and the B. So a letter that is not currently stickered and that does not appear previously in the text. So B, D, we already did D, E, F, G is already stickered. There's no H. Press red button, type intercept. Imminent. No. Okay. It's not I, J. Could be K. Imminate. Nope. Not L. Could be M. X and oh, right. I guess it couldn't be. Ooh. Interesting. So there's not going to be N or O, probably. P? Urgent, imminent, or urgent African offensive, imminent, stop, a friend, stop. Which must surely be Black's encoded message. Whew. I didn't totally have to go to the walkthrough. I just had to brute force it, which I guess theoretically is part of the actual way that is done. But this is your experience, a moment of pure triumph. Officers and boffins burst into the room, a crestfallen corporal behind them. You're seized at once, of course. My God, says the leading boffin. This spy is the secret of the machine. This compromises everything we keep hearing from Agent Black. Devilish, cunning, ploy. For you, though, such elevated debate is a thing of the past. Inescapable conclusion. The cell to end all cells, this one is remarkably bleak and secure. One can only pray for some supernatural escape. Man, if only I had a time machine. Am I ready to go? Is that what I need? Is that everything I needed? Okay, we're good. Oh yeah, there's not going to be any letters because we already have. Ooh. I sometimes wonder, especially during the night, how many sailors I drowned. But à la guerre comme à la guerre. William Millward in Hensley and Strip, 1992. Codebreakers, The Inside Story of Bletchley Park. Alright. Push device, button, enter ball. Okay. Suddenly, as it enveloped you, the blackness begins to thaw and melt, like snow into an ash-gray slush which drifts and piles on the landscape. You have returned to the land. Grim, monochrome steppes, wide and exposed beneath a brooding sky, the color of boiled and bruised potatoes. Bleak mountain crags surround a huge plain. The pyramid gleams gold like a beacon, like lamplight in the window of a farmhouse at night. Carved faces. The southern mountain wall is carved here with a mass of faces, each on top of another, glaring, happy, bemused, tragic. Right, I think we made it. Heck. Okay, after breaking the Enigma machine. Boom, boom, bada, doom. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, what am I... Oh, yeah, we were in D3. Let's go ahead and read the footnote for that section. The Enigma, a modified commercial cipher machine, was considered absolutely unbreakable in Germany, but a team of mathematicians led by Neumann and Turing found a laborious way to crack it, exploiting the fact that Steckering is reciprocal, i.e. A goes to B means B goes to A. This technique was called Banburismus after Banbury, the town from which their supply of writing paper came. Beyond paper, they used bombs, mechanical combination checkers invented in Poland before its fall, and run by teams of girls sworn to secrecy who had no idea what they were doing, until finally Turing invented the computer, the valve-driven colossus, which could execute a form of program with conditional branches. Bletchley Park, halfway among the now closed railway between Oxford and Cambridge, is no longer in use, and the huts, the Newmanry, after Newman, the Testery, after Major Tester, and so on, are demolished. The real Enigma machine has a set of 8 wheels with 28 settings each, but the one in this game has the right idea. The information found was an enormous, Churchill claimed decisive, advantage to the Allied forces. From the Battle of Britain onward, essentially all German military communications were read, though less imaginative generals, notably Montgomery, often failed to act on these because they were too good to be true. Amazingly, one of Rommel's orders from Berlin actually reached Montgomery first. All right. Okay, now I have a wall. Here. No, I have a wall. I do have a wall. A3. Okay. Let's see here. Turn on clock. Set it to 59. Press A3. Let's go. The piece at A3 presses in smoothly, like a button, then releases. You're sucked up once again into the time vortex. As you slow down, you briefly make out CNN reports from the Gulf War, and then everything begins to change. Chapter 15. Old Cartridge Cases. East Berlin. Willkommen in Berlin. Almost the only words of German you understand. You recognize it from spy films, by a tall tower on the horizon which looks like a golf ball impaled on a spike. Some kind of television mast? The streets are drab in the dawn light, giving them a dirty, unfinished look. This one is a broad, extremely straight avenue with 4 rows of trees, which are uniform enough to be planted all at once, running east-west. Okay. I guess you could go east and west. Near the Brandenburg Gate. But not very. About 100 yards west is the Triumphal Arch, its green-blue copper roof topped with what looks like a charioteer carrying a flag. This is as close as you can get. The tree-lined square around it is empty, but for discreet guard posts. No traffic presses beneath any longer, for no traffic crosses the wall. Side streets run north and south along the frontier of East Berlin. Beyond the wall is the street of the 17th of June, named by the West Berliners after the tragedy of the Eastern Uprising of 1953, when the West stood by and did nothing. It is absolutely inaccessible. Beyond that, the Russian War Memorial, an island trapped in the British sector, to the 20 million Russian dead of World War II. Alleyway. This alley peters out further to the north and is quite narrow here, between the eastern building and the first fence of the wall to the west. Beyond the fence, hares roam the 100-yard no-man's land up to the wall proper. You mean sketch hare? As if from nowhere, one of the Vopos rushes up to you. This is free Berlin. The drawing of pictures is forbidden. He admonishes you and steps discreetly back to the watchtowers. Curious. He said that in English. So I have to hide first, maybe? That doesn't work. We don't recognize that verb. Beside the Spree River. This is where the alley path ends. Continues into the old French sector, but the bridge across the 50-yard wide Spree River has been removed, and there's no way across. A thick rope floats in the stagnant shallows beside you. Oh. I have a rope. Perhaps once a barge's tow rope, though there are no barges here anymore. Eh. Okay, so everything seems to be blocked off. I cannot view the hares. Presumably the barbed wire fence, the landmines, the 285 watchtowers, the automatic machine gun nest, the guard dogs, and the Kalashnikov armed Vopos are intended as some kind of deterrent. Corner. The wall, running the border of the Soviet and British sectors, turns a corner and begins to head east here. The wall would be about 100 miles long if straightened out, so this is nothing unusual. Thus, west and south are impossible. This shabby apartment block here has windows solidly bricked up and looks out blindly across at Tempelhof Airport in the old American sector. Its door hangs open at a crazy angle. What shenanigans? Oh no. So I can draw the hair, but I have to... Ooh. I'm going to go back and see if I can do that. There's a fence, huh? Climb the fence. Taking a deep breath and a big chance, you scale the barbed wire fence. With a few cuts and bruises, you make it over, but that wasn't the hard part. Compared with staying alive in no man's land. Perhaps the most dangerous urban area in Europe. For the moment, the Vopos haven't seen you, but escapes are very rare. Even East Germany, over the barbed wire fence, looks a haven of safety. Do I have to go to a direction? As you take a diagonal path across, you crouch low and keep out of the sight of the guards. The middle of no man's land. 50 yards from the east. 50 yards from the west. 5 seconds from death. A hare looks up briefly, wondering what kind of animal you are. You sketch in a picture of the hare. Oh no. Okay, now I need to get out of here. Just the same way we came? Oh no, different way. What the heck? Okay, all right. I see. It looks like we made it. Okay. I'm going to do a save just because after drawing a hare. Can I look at my animal book? Sketchbook, sorry. An old child's sketchbook, pages of cartridge paper sewn up in cloth binding. On the front, in faded copperplate handwriting, is written Emily's Animals Book. The book contains sketches of a nightjar, various street horses, a caged white mice, a snow goose, a snow leopard, a winged mosquito, a Yorkshire terrier, a domestic mouse, a nightingale, a mallard, and a hare. Yeah. Oh, stay muted. Anyway, okay, exit door. Enter apartment. Derelict apartment block. This block would probably have been demolished if engineering works like the wall didn't always take priority. The door hangs open, half shattered, and masonry is scattered across the floor. Dangerous-looking stairs climb a shell of the walls. Search masonry. Beneath the masonry is a curious, irregularly cut trapdoor leading down. Cellar tunnel. This cellar is the exit point of one of the makeshift, briefly used tunnels cut by Travel Bureau Incorporated, a bunch of West Berlin University students who risked their lives for this elaborate cause. The unguarded tunnel runs west into the darkness. A break in the masonry, which probably goes back to the war, opens a cleft to the southwest. You feel terribly nervous here. If you should be caught... Your score has just gone up by 1 point. How doomed! Let's not. Let's go further up. Precarious balcony. From this balcony, you look out of a smashed and grimy spider's web window at the divided city. As the last street lamps of night go out, the border would be obvious even without the wall. You look down upon the guarded open space of Checkpoint Charlie. East Germany is the only country in the world where hang gliding is illegal. The balcony isn't altogether disused, though. A Berliner rests here. A basket-weave purse has been half concealed from view. This kind of Berliner is a donut, a local delicacy, though Kennedy's famous Ich bin ein Berliner speech probably meant the other kind. It looks rather succulent for Eastern produce, but that's probably just your prejudices showing. Purse, you say. Open it. You open the basket-weave purse, revealing a Cyrillic-lettered key and a 50 Ostmark note. Take note, or Ostmark. You have no idea how much 50 Ostmarks is worth, but then neither does the German Democratic Republic which issued it. Okay. Cyrillic key. Slightly thick for a door key, otherwise quite normal, and stamped with a Cyrillic letter you can't read. That's a lie! Show it to me! I can read them all! Don't you even. It is in Sanskrit. Show me! Alright, I don't suppose I can take the purse. Sure, I can take the purse. Okay, I have too many things. That. Heck. Okay, I'm not especially using the walkthrough yet, except for the hair, which we had to draw. I mean, just had to. Okay. Checkpoint Charlie. One of the 13 border crossings, Checkpoint Charlie is rather unimpressive to look at. A broad boulevard, 4 lanes wide, simply extends south across a gap in the wall. There is no cover or shelter of any kind. Uniformed police shuffle about at each end, and here and there is the glint of gunmetal. Far to the south is a blockhouse. The queue of people at the far end shuffles forward, and someone makes the lonely crossing. Hmm. Do, 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 do. Oh, I want to be here. Go on to the dead, dawning streets. Side street, a north-south corridor through East Berlin. There's really little else to say about it, with the buildings closed up and the dawn gleaming dully off the iron window frames. A white Skoda is parked here. A fairly new white car, seemingly abandoned. Now, this is not a fashionable vehicle to a Westerner. BMW and Mercedes-Benz would be ashamed of the styling, the oversized back bumper, the great sprouts on either side of the engine, the crude finish of the chassis. But it works. The white Skoda is currently switched off. Okay, I have to see what this car looks like. Oh. Skoda. Skoda. It's a Czech automobile manufacturer. Which eventually became a wholly owned subsidiary of Volkswagen Group. Although Skoda is named after its founder, the word Skoda also means pity or shame in Czech. Anyway, okay. Show car. Not just any car. What year is this? 1989. Okay. Fun. Yeah, it's a car, all right. Anyway, okay. Right. I can turn on the car. It's empty. Sure. You turn the key in the ignition, the engine starts. Why would someone have left the key in the ignition? Did they? Or was that my Cyrillic key? Do, 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 do. I don't know. No. Get in car. Open car. Unlock car. Cyrillic key. There you go. All right. Okay, since I have the key, I don't feel so bad about entering the car. Open it. Enter it. Turn it on. Let's drive. Let's go to church, but lurches forward. The road runs north-south. Okay. Unter den Linden, in the white Skoda. Once the Champs-Élysées of Berlin, this is a broad, infinitely sad boulevard between long rows of old cuboidal buildings reconstructed after terrible bombings of 1945. But perhaps all streets are sad at dawn, when nothing is open. Anyway, a more pressing concern is that up ahead to the east, early morning commuters are having their papers routinely checked by yawning policemen. A street cleaner approaches a car window and offers to do the windows for a small token of your appreciation. Hoarding catches your eye. Okay, turn off car. Exit car. Sorry. Exit. Close car. Lock it. Cyrillic key. What do you mean a hoarding? In the West, a hoarding like this would be advertising cigarettes. Here it seems to be announcing some kind of 1989 Congress, and gives some prominence to an official portrait of Erich Honecker. Okay, what do they mean? Oh. Hoarding is British for billboard. Okay. Okay. Well, that's certainly a thing to be aware of. Slipping back west seems infinitely preferable to having one's credentials examined, surely. All right, okay. Okay, this is where we started. Okay, I think we've seen... Okay, so it's time to figure out what's in the dark here before entering our doom. Down. Okay, this cellar is the exit point of... Yeah, we did read this out. You feel terribly nervous here. Well, that's too bad. I have no other... Hydration. Breaking the masonry. U-Bahn conduit. This conduit, once a service tunnel of the Underground Railway, is bricked up on all sides and probably has been since 1961. If it weren't for the cleft northeast, the only access would be by the manhole up in the ceiling at the western end. Even the great trunks of telephone cables come in through one cement wall and out by another. Oh no! We push the manhole aside and climb out in the corner of the streets outside the derelict apartment block. In the open road, you are, to put it mildly, conspicuous. In a matter of seconds, in fact, you have a lot of explaining to do. You languish in a Stasi jail. Oh no. I'm just going to undo. Can I go? It's bricked up on all sides. Okay. Great trunks of telephone cable, though. There are a great many wires in the thick trunks. Northeast. Oh wait, the tunnel runs west in the darkness. Okay, I didn't check that. You disturbed the motion detectors truly left by the foreposts when they discovered this tunnel last year. Soon the tunnel is filled with tear gas and guards firing at random. All in all, you're lucky to be taken alive. You languish in a Stasi jail. Oh no. Okay, so they know about this place, and that's no good. I'm not sure where I want to try to go. Let's see here. Wait, hold on. Okay. Okay, so if I go back over here, west. Okay. All right, so if I examine the blockhouse, they're telling me. The West German police impose no restrictions and are relaxed but vigilant. Behind them is, of all things, the Checkpoint Charlie Museum, though nothing about this place is gone. Narrow, gaudy shops begin at once, as if it were a perfectly ordinary street. You're pretty sure you recognize Black in the queue of Westerners presenting papers to get through. The others are mainly Turkish kids who smuggle back cigarettes from the subsidized intershop, and old women visiting exiled children. The queue of people at the far end shuffles forward, and Black gets slightly nearer the front. Someone makes the lonely crossing. Huh. Uh-huh. Well, that's interesting. Okay. I don't think people are getting. Oh, that's very slow. Slightly nearer the front. Block, not block. Black. You can't see any, so don't lie to me. Black gets slightly nearer. Well, I want this to happen. Okay, get in Skoda. Unlock Skoda with Cyrillic key. Enter it. Sorry, open it. Enter it. Turn it on. You want my new clock? Oh no. Turn the clock off. Where did the guy go? Street cleaner. Okay. Give Ost Mark note to street cleaner. Ah. He is naturally disappointed that a Westerner like you is paying on the worthless Ostmarks. Still, he settles to the windows, surreptitiously throwing something inside. Is it true, he asks confidentially, what they say? Are they going to throw the tanks in? Close the border with Hungary? You're unable to say anything very helpful to this capitalist in the making. He vanishes like the dew at this hint of suspicion. He threw something inside, huh? Search car. Delivered note. Cunningly, Black seems to have had this note delivered by the most indirect of means. Vital to keep Wall intact till 91. We'll explain later, but all sorted out. See you as Charlie. Heck. Oh, hold on. Turn off the Skoda. With the Soviet embassy? No. Okay, so where's Black? Waiting for Black. Possibly. Oh no. What a shenanigan. Okay. Do. Okay, so let me go back to here. Back into the apartment. Down, sorry. Cleft to the southwest. I did get the rope. Try rope to cables. Wait, where does that my car have to be? Oh no. Oh, I have to take the car there? Okay. Northeast, up, north, sorry, west, north, east, east, enter car, turn it on, take the note. Okay, so exit car. Out. Exit. Let me back. All right, so theoretically, from here, I can open the manhole. You push the manhole aside, but can't get anywhere since the underside of the Skoda is in your way. From here, all you can see is the bumper and the back wheel axle, the hubs, the distribution, and so on. Okay, so tie rope to Skoda. You tie the rope to the underside of the Skoda. Okay, anyway, northeast, up, west, enter car. Now we're going to make shenanigans happen. The rope trails behind the Skoda as it drives, attracting attention. Fortunately, nearby members of the security apparatus assume it is some kind of anti-car sickness device, like those aluminum foil brushes. With an enormous wrenching sound, the Skoda leaps forward, and you jam on the brakes just in time to crash into the wall's first fence. The tow rope trails behind, dragging a bundle of telephone cables. You've probably just paralyzed the whole East Berlin phone system. But not the Fopos. You scramble out of the car and dive for cover. Heck. I end up on a balcony. Up on the balcony, overlooking the divided city, you pant furiously, hiding your body from sight of the Fopos searching the street below. The Skoda lies strewn across the wire fence, like a bull spiked in a bullfight. Heck. Okay. All right. Press button. Okay, we made it. All right, we return to the land. Screefall. A sharp, steep mountain wall rises to the north, and the scree rattles down with each gust of wind, jagged as flint. Into that pyramid. Okay, and I think we're good. Okay. Do a save. After Berlin. We'll check our footnote. Footnote is, Berlin is A3. Berlin was occupied by 4 armies at once at the end of the Second World War, and the city divided into one sector for each of the 4 powers: American, British, French, and Russian. The Russian army's war losses were not as high as claimed by Stalin, who used doubtful census records that included his own purges, but were still perhaps 50 times those of Britain or the US, including some 352,475 casualties in the 17-day battle for Berlin alone. By mid-1945, Russia had occupied land so far west that Berlin was soon an isolated pocket of Western Army occupation. As the Cold War ran on, the issue of recognition of East Germany as a separate state was a flashpoint over which the Third World War might easily have been fought. For a while, it seemed possible that a united but neutral Germany might be agreed, as in Austria, where Vienna was reunited. Tension increased as refugees began to flood through Berlin. Kennedy signaled that, rather than go to war, he would prefer to stabilize the situation. In August 1961, he got his way. Overnight, and catching the Western foreign ministries, all on holiday, by surprise, the wall was built. For the first day, it was easy to break through. For the first week, not too hard. And after that, little short of impossible, though just about everything was tried. About 200, estimates vary widely, were killed attempted crossings. The wall fell in the Great Year of Revolutions, 1989, after the Iron Curtain collapsed in Hungary. The elderly East German leadership lacked the vigor, ability, or perhaps imagination to fight back. Freedom of choice is a universal principle. It knows of no exception. M.S. Gorbachev, addressing the UN in late 1988. Okay, so we pressed everything except park. Well, we did press park, but park was not enterable. All right, so turn on our set clock to 59. Turn it on. Press park. Park isn't real. Press D1. The piece at D1 presses in smoothly, like a button, then releases. You're sucked up once again into the time vortex. As you slow down, you briefly make out John Steinbeck's novel, The Grapes of Wrath, being printed, and then everything begins to change. Park railings. You stand in a crowd of English revellers in late Victorian dress, who are thronging through the wrought iron gates, to the north, of a poplar-lined park. The darkness is illuminated partly by the amazing new electric lamps within the railings. An old gatekeeper, in top hat and tails, wearing a curious lead amulet, and carrying a music hall cane, is welcoming the crowd in. Oh, he said this is 1900. Yeah, I wanted to enter the park. To the north. The gatekeeper takes you by the arm and propels you through a dark side passage between railings. You have undone all the damage, he whispers with the sound of sand running through an hourglass. But do not forget the machinery. It must not live. Ah, is that a thing I should have done first? The passage darkens, cools. Soon you and he are the only things you can see, but you walk on. Oh, wow. That is definitely a thing I haven't done yet. Okay. The hinge. You're standing in a convoluted tangle of clockwork, of cogs and rails, runners and ratchets, cast perfectly on a giant scale from untarnished bronze. Through gaps in the workings, you can see blackness, the perfect ink black of the ball. On a grander scale, this delicate machinery lies along the hinge of a giant V. Rising up to the west, the path splits into a dizzying array of vast greyish loops, bunched together here like coils of wire around a transformer. Angled up on the eastern wedge of the hinge is the ghost image of a great plain of tessellating squares, divided like farmers' fields. The path runs up to the central, most radiant square, and you can faintly hear birdsong. The gatekeeper gazes around, as if revisiting a once familiar town of his youth. His top hat and cane are gone. Talk to gatekeeper. Gatekeeper. X field. Okay. We'll look at him. The gatekeeper is an ancient, wiry, white-bearded man. He looks resilient, watchful, and faintly familiar. You can't possibly have been anywhere else. A black ball, perhaps twice your height in diameter, rolls out of one of the loops, down into this hinge, where you can only see it because it occludes the bronze workings, and out up to the great plain, settling like a soap bubble bursting across the surface of water. Can you keep a secret? Whispers the gatekeeper confidentially. You nod your discretion. So can I. That wretched student of Kaldeki's saw far too much. You wouldn't want my job, having to kill the innocent to protect the many. You swallow slightly, thinking of the Archduke slumped in his carriage, the rifle still again in your hands, blood-warm oil thin on your hands. Couldn't do it. I just couldn't kill Black. I stood and watched while the machinery powered up. It's been wretched. You can't imagine. And so I formed a plan. The jigsaw pieces. You. Tell me about the jigsaw. The jigsaw puzzle? Well, you see, I had to have the damage undone somehow. No, not you. Siri. I had to have the damage undone somehow. Once your friend found the board, the potential danger was immense. So the pieces, you see, the sort of thing to snare in somebody with nothing better to do, a bit unambitious, not too bright, not too dim, kind of person to do a jigsaw puzzle at a party. You feel rather tired and irritated. But if you hadn't made the board in the first place, you wouldn't have needed me. You would have needed the pieces. He smiles. I could say that time is like that there is no before to cause the after, but the board is where the hinge connects. He waves a hand up at the fields to the east. The hinge has to anchor the loops of time to the world, somewhere. Couldn't you have at least buried it somewhere, where nobody could meddle with it? Oh, nothing easier. In orbit around a lifeless star, for instance. But the hinge also connects life to the world. It must be where there is life. Or, rather, vice versa. You see? You're struggling to keep up with all this. In any case, the timekeeper goes on urgently, everything you've achieved will all be for nothing if you don't destroy the Kaldeki machine. Okay. Kaldeki machine. He was a fool. No, that's a little harsh. I was the fool. The jigsaw board fell into his hands and he analyzed it. I had to watch from up here as he took it apart. The forces in it killed him in the end. God, the experiments he tried first. The hinge rocked. It nearly tore. Well, you see, the hinge is where time and nature meet. The great loops of the centuries in the fields of nature. I kid myself I understand it. I don't really. I'm only the timekeeper. The amulet? Yes, I suppose I owe you something. But I think you'll find there are other rewards. Here, he says, and takes off the amulet to hang in front of her neck. I suppose I owe you that much for your trouble. Also, I just noticed the time has changed to 99, or the year. The dull lead amulet is inscribed, The Wealth of Plato. Not the wealth of Pluto. If. Wow, the heck. What a mess. Okay. That's where you came, all right, but which loop is the one you're from? They all look the same, bunched so tightly here. You strike out upwards from the beveled hinge, rising for what seems like hours, and the radiance gradually opens out onto a bright summer's day, the scent of gardens and the rustle of animals. Chapter 16, The Living Land. The sharp mountain walls to west and south meet here at a basalt pinnacle, on which a perfectly cut icosahedron 2 yards across is balanced. A hand-hewn spiral staircase leads down into the rock face from here. I assume that's just where I came from. Yeah. Woo! Streaks and bones. The steep mountain wall to the south is streaked here with foul white deposits, and tiny broken bones are scattered about where you stand. A giant pterodactyl, an avian dinosaur. Hovers in small circles above you. A 3-foot black rod with a rusty star on one end lies among the bones, as though dropped by some prehistoric figure. I sketched the pterodactyl. A 3-foot rod, huh? Somewhat to your surprise, the pterodactyl makes no effort to stop you. A rusty star? That's shenanigans. Oh, so like a magic wand. Southwest of Pyramid. Open field south of the canal, which opens out here to a steel grey river, and then flows under the western corner of the Golden Pyramid. In the center of the southwest face is a gleaming doorway. A crop of rye sways at waist height around you. Some apes sit about philosophically here, now and then scratching unmentionable parts of their anatomy, chasing each other, fighting over nothing, and generally behaving in an embarrassingly human fashion. Across the grassy fields, you glimpse a giraffe in the long grass. The apes scan the horizon. Okay, so sketch me an ape. Sketching a picture of the apes. The apes pretend to look intelligently at each other and make motions with little twigs in their hands. Sketch giraffe? Can't see it. I glimpsed it, but it's not there. Okay. At the pagoda, the western rock face meets the Glacier Milk Canal just to the north. A Chinese pagoda, or pavilion, is placed serenely on this bank, its doorway open. A single large room fills the pagoda, light and pleasant. A fine, though empty, wicker cage rests among a display of 1930s Chinese art. A varied and astonishing exhibition of works of art is on show here. A few computer games are displayed with defensively written plaques. Defensively written. It's a fine wicker cage in the early 1930s Eastern style, just antique enough to be of interest to collectors with an eye on the long term. The works of a colossal number of unnamed artists. Come on. Oh, it's random. Cubist and Surrealist works are especially prominent. All right. See nothing special about the field crops. Nothing of interest. There is the giraffe, but it's not real. Where am I? Southwest of Pyramid. Southeast of Pyramid. Open field south of a slow, sludgy ash river, which flows out of the east corner of the Golden Pyramid. In the center of the southeast face is a gleaming doorway. A crop of puppies bobs prettily about your knee, making you sneeze from time to time. It could go right to your head. Shapeless creatures deform the viscous surface of the ash river, as if struggling to be bored. Puppies. See nothing special. Mosquitoes and roaches swarm around the shallows of the river. Catch sight of a baby elephant drinking from the canal. Wave rod. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, just as you inhale a particularly strong scent of the poppies, a crystal bridge appears and spans the Ash River. Northeast of Pyramid. Crop of wheat sways at waist height around you. Crystal Bridge now. Bark, bark, bark. Toll gate. Here, the eastern rock face meets the Ash River just to the south. A hand grenade, like a metal goose egg, rolls about the foot of the toll gate like a fallen leaf cut in the breeze. Cut into the rock face is a square-cut doorway, radiating cold and open-only unto blackness. Above it is an adamantine plaque, bearing the simple word toll and a graph. What is the graph doing now? Oh no, the pterodactyl is watching me. Okay. Grenade. Pin, or in other words, a ring which pulls away, attaches to one end. Strongbox. Lock strongbox. Do I have a key? Key? Little key? No. This isn't going to work. Oh no. From a dot in the sky, the pterodactyl swoops toward you, snatching away its metal egg, the grenade. Oh no! Wow, shenanigans. Okay. Scree Falls is where the, oh, no, it isn't really. Oh, why it has the hand grenade? Scree Fall is getting harder. Falling pebble strikes me on the shoulder painfully. Oh no. The largest rock rattles off the mountain and knocks you over. Oh no. The heck? Oh, I got knocked down. Okay, the oval rock which knocked you down is now in a more gravitationally stable state, i.e. on the ground, than my rucksack with everything. Okay, so take all. No! Put all in rucksack. I'm gonna get killed out here. Okay. Oh. Ravens circling and hovering. They're not real. It's opal rock. I did pick it up, right? Oh, all my things are still here. Oh, oval rock. I can read also. The pterodactyl swoops down, eager to steal your other, intriguingly white egg, to complement its marvelous metal one. But having nowhere safe to nest the other one, it reluctantly has to desist. A tall cedar tree stands majestic over the riverbank here. It has been partly sawn away and may fall at any moment. Oh, that's fun. Oh, well, the pterodactyl is not here. Show rock to pterodactyl. Pterodactyl can barely even see the oval rock. The pterodactyl deposits its metal egg in a high nest on the cedar tree and swoops down to steal the white oval rock out of your hands, grazing your wrist with its claws. It is so delighted that it wings its way south over the river, admiring the egg and forgetting its poor metal substitute. The woodpecker whose nest it is, au contraire, is less than delighted, and angrily flies up to the grenade, pecking away at it with irritation. Lantern-jawed frogs jump around the shallows of the icy canal. Do I want to sketch the woodpecker? You're sketching a picture of the woodpecker. Alright, so they said the tree was already ready to fall over. Timber! The great cedar tree crashes down to the south, scattering birds in all directions and dropping the grenade into the water, where, by a stroke of luck, it bounces off a passing trout onto the southern bank, landing on the ground and shaking a thumb. The trunk now forms a wooden bridge over the glacial canal. A silver fish leaps briefly out of the pure canal water. Okay, so did I grab it? It's on the other side of the river. What? Oh. Your arrival panics a white rabbit and he races away east. Apparently the white rabbit is afraid of the magic wand. I don't have the rod. What? Why do they just keep taking my things at random? Okay, so which way did that guy go? He ran away east. The woodpecker sits disconsolately on the near end of the trunk, pecking now and then at the wood. Your arrival panics a white rabbit and he wishes away west. Oh, I see. Okay, so I need the rod, and I don't know where it went. No, there it is. Heck. Okay. Over here. Panics. Your rival panics a white rabbit, and he races away west. Just before he's lost to view, though, you see him suddenly rear up, as scared of what's in front as what's behind. Races away south. Heck. Okay, so I can take the rod back. Oh wow. It's well that it's a normal, non-sick cough. That's just a got stuff in my throat cough. The white rabbit, for some reason, seems content and safe here in such company. What a cozy scene you make, all mammals together. A blue-behinded ape I skip upon the trees of paradise. Robert Louis Stevenson, a portrait. Sketch that rabbit. Sketching a picture of the white rabbit. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Wait, what? The apes are amusing themselves playing catch with their new metal toy, the grenade. No! Animals! Do, 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 do. One ape, intelligence flickering to life in her primate brain, apes you so well as to drop the grenade on the ground. The rabbit scampers to avoid the black rod with the rusty star on the end, and the apes all mime throwing something at the rabbit as well, one of them even hurling the grenade. But she misses, then the grenade flies somewhere to the east. Puppies. Okay. To the north, the Ash River, sick with gray sludge, drains into a culvert in the sheer mountain wall, which runs along the eastern border of the land. Above the culvert, waiting on a tough-looking web, is a 2-foot furry spider. Held clinging to the tough spider's web is a hand grenade. Sketch that spider. You're sketching a picture of the huge spider. A beautiful, furry, 8-eyed spider, a good 2 feet across from leg to leg. What the heck? I think you're just making things up. Okay. All right. So many animals. Okay. Woodpecker. A quick otter runs over the log bridge, losing itself in the foliage. Woodpecker. You have no means of catching anything except your bare hands. Wave rod. Ever the optimist. The woodpecker is unimpressed. It's not really designed for carrying luggage. And we said we can't. No. Okay. Well, that's not a helpful. What's this? Catch? Sorry, catch is the verb? I just had to use the right word? No, I don't. I do have the rod, don't I? Yeah. You know, sharp, pointy beak, consistent manner. Okay, so that doesn't seem to work. Heck? A slowly rotating holographic projection hangs in midair beneath the churning clouds in the shape of a torus. The hologram slowly turns, now showing the fission of an atom. The heck? I don't understand. For a kick. I have no means of catching anything except my bare hands. I do have the cage. Do I have the cage? Oh, I should probably take it out of the sack. There we go. The woodpecker, for some reason, drawn to you, is easily captured, though only a few seconds in the wicker cage are enough to teach it the error of its ways. It's already closed, okay. To get even with you, the woodpecker begins to pick away at the wooden bars of the cage. I'm ruining it, aren't I? The constant rat-a-tat from the cage makes me begin to wonder if wicker is the ideal material to hold a woodpecker. I haven't saved lately. Okay, open cage. The woodpecker soars angrily out of the cage, with a kind of shock that would give weaker travelers cardiac arrest. The giant spider leaps off the web, giving it a mighty shake, dislodging the contents, attempting to snare the woodpecker, which only just flies straight up and out of its eightfold grasp. The spider looks malevolently at you, but returns to the web. The grenade must have been caught up in a particularly glutinous knot, because it's now stuck to your hand. Well, that's weird. Who would learn these things? Okay. Alright, so this walkthrough is having me do a thing that isn't in the other one. Let's see here. First up, I'm going to do a save. Okay, theoretically, I can just wash my hands in the river. Is the river here? Okay, wash grenade. The polluted river, running with solvents, is just neat to remove the spider's glue from the grenade. Although it does
It's so cold now.
No. Although it does make your hand sting, rather. Hydrate? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, it's gonna be winter time. It'll be nice, but it'll be troublesome in its own way. Thank you for the hydrate, Irishman. It's like, y'all know me, I don't regulate the heat well. Bow, wow, wow. Okay. Visit each corner of the land. One of the corners will have a gem. Octahedron.
Sub 50 degrees Fahrenheit even.
Oh, the wealth of Plato is in the Platonic solids? Oh no. We achieve nothing by this. Really? Is it really rub? Is rub really the verb? Clouded crags. Cube. I don't think rub amulet is the correct. We've checked all of them. Hmm. Really? I don't know about this. Turn amulet. I'm gonna rub it again. But it literally tells me we achieve nothing. Alright. Let's see here. No, no. Jigsaw is correct. It's the amulet. Oh, I have to be wearing the amulet. That would probably make sense. There you go. The great octahedron spins gracefully under blur motion for a second or two, and a gemstone flies out to line before you. Cut into what seems a perfect polyhedron about an inch across. A Bengal tiger! I think we're almost through here. Okay. Okay, I think we're almost at the end. Okay. West. Northeast. Northwest of Pyramid. Okay. Canal opens out to a steel gray river and then flows under the eastern corner of the Golden Pyramid. So theoretically, we pull a pin. Pin is now irretrievably out of the grenade. Count to 5 and be somewhere else. Throw a grenade into river. The hand grenade is washed away to the east by the fast canal waters. I don't know if I have to hide. 1, 2, 3. The land is shaken over and over by the reverberations of a distant explosion. The great golden pyramid begins to melt and fuse, struggling as if alive, but beginning to drip and fragment into the ash river. The apes run for cover, grandmother cradling the white rabbit in her arms, and you would imitate them, except that, with all Kaldaki's equipment broken, your presence in this reality is weakening. Epilogue. Century Park. At one side of the great park, on a gravel path which runs west-northeast beside poplar trees, crowds of celebrants are enjoying themselves to the north, having abandoned the canvas marquee east, for today is January 1st, 1900. A table is set up northwest, surrounded by children in Victorian dress. Oh, heck. 1900. Again. This is the wrong millennium. Or the wrong century. Heck. I guess both. This is a table. You're among children in the Victorian dress you remember from illustrations of all the great children's books you read as a child. They're chattering, exchanging sketches, making daisy chains and gazing at you with amused curiosity. The Reverend Toby, a genial man with a full white beard and sideburns, stands beside the table, or behind the table, offering encouragement and advice to the children, and marking the drawing competition. Drawing competition? Yes. I have a book of sketches. Incidentally, I have sketches of nightjar, various street horses, caged white mice, snow goose, snow leopard, winged mosquito, Yorkshire terrier, domestic mouse, nightingale, a mallard, a hare, a pterodactyl, some apes, a woodpecker, a white rabbit, and a huge spider. Show book to Toby. Sketch. Show sketch book to Toby. Unimpressed. He takes Emily's sketchbook from you. Really, you know, young Emily ought rather to have come along herself at the competition. Let's see now. Such a noise. He flicks through the pages. Wonderful! A full complement of most exquisitely fine drawings. But, oh dear, rules are rules. I'm afraid she's too late for the contest, but, oh, please, accept a token prize for young Emily. He takes the book for the forthcoming exhibition and hands you a teddy bear. A brand new fashion of toy for children, a stuffed brown bear, named Teddy after Theodore Roosevelt, the famous American hunter, who's even now running for the presidency. Okay, go back to where we were. Check out the canvas marquee. Exhibition tent. This morning, it was a popular exhibition, but now the visitors have dwindled, leaving just canvas walls and glass cases, all carefully padlocked. The canvas flutters slightly, and you can just make out someone tantalizingly familiar running away. It's a display left over from the Diamond Jubilee of 1897, with exhibits from all over the empire, but especially Australia, soon to be officially proclaimed a nation. There's nothing from South Africa, presumably since the war there is dragging on. One bank of cases depicts the wonders we can expect from the great 20th century ahead. Cities under the sea, sparkling electric machines to cure all disease. H.G. Wells and Jules Verne would love it. Black sits here, aimlessly looking across the park, obviously tired and depressed. Black is looking rather fed up with the world, and most particularly, you. Oh. Wordless and wise, you offer Black the teddy bear. For a dreadful second, Black looks on the point of declining, but then half reluctantly smiles with something eventually begun. Oh well, says Black, getting briskly up off the grass and offering an arm. Perhaps we'll live to be 100 yet. And if you auction the octahedral diamond, it should be a comfortable life. Together you set out to live through the 20th century and the journey of its strange and vivid days. You have won! In that game you scored 100 out of a possible 100. 2,195 turns, with a score of 16 out of 16 on the drawing game, giving you the rank of Centurion. Woohoo! Give me that full score. Your score was made up as follows. 38 points for opening the monument, revealing the board, lighting the board, entering the time vortex, meeting Black, Striking off World War I, rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic, sending a distress signal, passing on a secret diplomatic letter, ensuring safe passage of the letter, dancing with black, regaining le temps le retrouve, bringing moles to attention, entering the land, rushing through, escaping the hotel, refusing the Suez Crisis, scheduling aviation, plugging the heater, putting out the engine fire, emergency refueling, landing a B-29, finding Rezrov, rescuing Black, impersonating an officer, disposing of the bomb, shutting up Black, landing on the moon, opening the cargo pod, programming Waldo, activating the ALSEP, handcuffing Black to the railings, using the Enigma machine, decoding Black's message, driving the Skoda, tying the barge rope, paralyzing East Berlin's phones, and acquiring the grenade. 16 points for recovering Jigsaw pieces, 16 points for playing Jigsaw pieces, 11 points for finding sundry items, and 19 points for visiting various places. All right. That is Jigsaw. It is done.